you money. See, it's just right for everyday messes.
That's great.
Day saved, money saved.
Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. For $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No!
Would have been a hell of a deal. Can you imagine?
I'm a dollar tripper and I really had a hard time at work tonight. But because I chose this choice, because I made this decision to quit a real person job and do something that is fast money and has no dignity, I'm not allowed to complain. Like, nobody cares when our nights are hard.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Nobody cares when things are scary or inconvenient because we put ourselves in that position. And yes, we did, but it is also still a job. So why are we not allowed to do our job and vent about our jobs like everybody else? Thanks for listening. To all my other dollar trippers out there.
I mean, who really still goes to strip clubs anymore? Let's be honest. Exotic dances aren't really that exotic anymore. I mean, if we're being honest, most pole dancers are just feminists that did poorly on their SATs. So they really have no choice but to do something strange for that change.
Cliche, I was in college and I couldn't pay for my classes.
I mean, wait, did I go too far? Listen, your grace suspects that passport-initiated men have graduated beyond the confines of safe spaces in bouncer-guarded champagne rooms to a world where quote-unquote safe words are the only security necessary. Just think about that. You see, after a man has experienced the ping pong show in Bangkok, he can no longer ride on the Western Bang Bus for exotic adventures. You catch my drift?
I'll never be like that girl over there, that woman over there. Like, there was an older lady that was dancing when I was younger. Never. And never say never.
The true tragedy here is that exotic women are no longer making enough money to bankroll their bachelor's degrees in gender inequalities and women's studies. Who amongst you are willing to support these low-value, scepter ring-wearing, gravity-defying 304s?
To all the girlies who want to be a dancer so fucking bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked today made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No! Don't say this is my sign. It's not. I promise. Stay to your office 9-to-5 job. You get.
Hey, Shalom. First of all, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Rekag Wadaj. I also want to give a double honors to the apostles that taught us this word and the brothers who teach down with sincerity. I also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the 4 corners of earth. Including the speckled birds. Okay, as we watching this video, hey, like, this video, hey, these women are losing right now. The Lord is stopping them, and I'm so happy to see this happening, because this was my dream. Like, all these hoes has been shut down, and Donald Trump just did what he did to stop all these abortions and come against the come against these women, and the Kamala Harris, and they get elected. So these Babylon hoes is going crazy, man. So let me read the scripture real quick. This is Proverbs 6:24. To keep thee from the evil woman, keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by many of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burnt? So he that getteth his wife, whosom touch her shall not be innocent. Oh, I'm just 24, 25, 26. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattering of the tongue, for a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids, for by many of whorest woman and man is brought to a piece of bread, and adultery will hunt for the precious life. And the woman take everything from you, make you broke. That's why we have child support. So these wicked women, these strippers, taking your money, manipulate you. The Lord's finally cutting them off. They've been doing it for years, you know. And I'm glad to see this. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna come back with another precept that I'm looking for.
Guaranteed money. Me not. This is not the happiest money count because a customer came on me today. You heard me right. You heard me right. Literally, maybe like 30, 40 minutes into me getting on the floor, I see a customer, nobody's sitting with him, and I go up to him and everything's cool. We have a cute little quick talk, and then I ask him, you want to get a dance? He says yes. So we go upstairs. Two songs in, I'm dancing for the second song, and I'm like, you feel yourself up. So I was feeling my ass. I was like, what the? It was wet. I was like, I turn around, look at him. I'm like, are you wet right now? He was like, yeah. I was like, did you just come me? He was like, I'm so sorry. You were doing so good. I was like, what the is wrong with you? You don't just do that.
Well, of course you do. That is the whole point of this arrangement. If you play with a llama, every once in a while it's gonna spit on you. So let's make something crystal clear. He paid you to play with this llama. Miss us with the drama queen antics and get yourself a wet wipe, for God's sake.
So I was like, no, you need to give me more money for that, and I'm stopping this dance. And I was like, how much did you bring? He was like, well, I didn't bring that much. But I was like, okay, well, give me 200. He was like, no, I didn't bring that much. And I was like, I saw how much you pulled out for, like, to get the wristband, because you have to get a wristband to go upstairs. So, like, I know he was fine. So I was like, give me 200 or I'm going to tell my manager. He was like, no, I don't want any problems. I was like, okay, give me 200. So he pulled out 200, gave it to me. And I was like, how much more do you have? He was like, this is all I have left. I need this. I said, give me another 20. And you know what? That was real close to me because I should have took more. So I took his money, and then I'm walking past. My manager is coming towards me as I'm walking away. And I told him, I was like, he just came on me. So I walk downstairs and I'm crying in the flat. And then my manager comes back and he's like, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Like I kicked him out. Like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything? I was like, bro. This day. But at least it was consistent. I made like 3 something. So, yeah. I know every dancer has this experience, but this is my first time, and I'm disgusted. Like, ew. So if you want to become a dancer, just know this is gonna happen to you.
So what is the point of getting a private dance if you can't even release? Worst off, she proceeds to extort him for money, and then still snitched on him to the management. For most men, the scantily clad women market has become somewhat oversaturated. Nobody wants to spend $300 to see a bunch of 5s and 6s dance, when they could spend that money on an airplane ticket. Yet another avenue for modern girl revenue ends in a cul-de-sac. Why? Because the performers don't respect the paying customers or try to stand out against global competition. When you can't win on quality and you ignore customer loyalty, well, that's just bad for business. Now hold this ping pong ball while I get us another round of drinks.
See, the cons you don't think about with stripping is that I just barely have enough to pay for my bills this month. But I do want to do a little shopping. I need like a few new tops and a mini skirt because I don't have a lot of clothes. But I know that I'm gonna make like at least $100 before the end of the week. So I'm gonna buy it. But if I can't afford it,
I cannot find a job. Have you tried looking in tech? No. Tech companies laid everybody off. They're not hiring.
I remember sitting in my car crying, my last day working as an exotic dancer. And I was telling myself, this is not how my story is gonna end. Because I would remember every time I went in there, it was just dark, the darkness. Not just the ambiance of the room, but how it felt being there, full of drugs, alcohol, liquor, full of women, not an empowering space of women, full of women, full of competition. They don't want you to take their person, or just things like that. It was just a negative place, and I'm like, I can't do this my whole life. I know that I'm struggling.
Hey, I'm not gonna keep going through this. Yeah, the women are losing right now, you know. Eve is losing right now. You know, let me read this scripture right now because, you know, Eve been wicked. Eve been oppressing Israelite men for years. Child support, taking us to court, scanning us out on money, taking us, using us all these years, you know. Let's read this, Proverbs 5:3. For the lips of an immortal woman drips honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood. And this is the end, and you see that Eve is getting bitter, and Eve is losing. Sharp as a two-edged sword, her feet go down to death. You know, because everything she's done has been nothing but death. When she made that covenant with the serpent, you know, Eve, you know. So I know one thing I said at camp today, that I know everything Esau did, but in this lifetime, I've been more oppressed by Eve than Esau, you know. And Eve's our number one enemy right now. She hates the black man. Look what she's doing with Trump. You know, look how she's behaving. Matter of fact, I got a video on that. Oh, brothers just post so many, yo. I'm not gonna do one. So we'll get back to the scripture, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword, her feet go down to death. Because you know the scriptures say, never mind, that her steps lay hold of hell. Least you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable. You know, that's why Eve the woman makes all these stupid decisions. It was like a video of this woman, a Florence woman, had sex with 100-something men in 72 hours just for fun. You know, it's the type of things women do. They don't follow the righteous path. That's why it's only a really small remnant of women that's going to come back to the Lord. That's why Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen. They'll let one woman come saying, well, we're on a pearl. Let 7 women come saying, we're on a pearl. Just let us give by his last name. You know, these women are about to suffer here in Babylon. They man about to go off to war. Let me finish reading this. Down to death, her path of life, her ways are unstable. That's why she's unstable. She can't figure nothing out. That's why they all single. They ain't no woman. They ain't got no man, no husband. They rejecting everything. They gullible for anything. That's how the Lord made them. You do not know them, therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest ye give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel ones. And I said, women, like I said, the scriptures and ain't really light on women. Don't really have nothing good to say about women, but you see the Christian church is full of women, which I don't understand, you know. That's why, you know, men follow women. And so it's like 90% of men are in prison because of women. You know, all women do is oppress you. They destroy your life. So every time you see a video of a millionaire or a man with money, they say they stay away from women. I've seen 2 videos like that. Even though we don't really believe in the rich, because most of them wicked, but I'm just saying. So I read the whole scripture. Let this play out.
I know that I need help. And I know that I can't pay my rent this month. And I know that opportunities are not coming to me at all, even as hard as I try. But I can't keep doing this anymore. It got to a point where even the customers in the club were like, girl, this is not you anymore. What are you doing here, sis? What are you doing here, babe? You need to leave.
A few moments later.
Yes, I do get judged. A lot of people close to me judge me, telling me, oh, you're never going to get married because of your lifestyle. You won't get a good job because people look at that. And that haunts me sometimes, but you have to trust God. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm faithfully walking this out because...
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, the Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So Destro has spoken.
Hey, so with that being said, Shalom.